Alright guys, hello ladies and gentlemen, this is King Volcron, and in this video I decided we were going to play Sim City. So, just to kind of show you, if you guys don't know about Sim City, this is their latest one, I think that came out. It came out last year. They may have made a new one already, I'm not sure. But this is a small city I've already made that I'm going to show you just so you guys can kind of understand it. And then we will start our own city. And for now, we'll keep it in the region so I can keep an eye on it. But depending on what happens, I think I want you guys to decide what the city's going to be called. I'm gonna probably name it after a landmark, but depending on what happens, you guys write down in the comments, and we'll just see what you guys want for the city to be called. But first, I'm gonna show you this small city that I made. Now I call it Ridge City because, as you can see, there's a big old ridge right in the middle of it. But if you look around, it's pretty nice. You have your tiny little homes where people live and things. Like, they tell you their names, they tell you how they're doing. And they have places of worship, like this is a modern temple. They have like mosques. And they have normal churches. And they have like the temples. Like, they have the things where you have to manage your areas. Like, you have to manage education, you have to manage transit, you have to manage your fire, medical, and police, like trash disposal, government, waste disposal, water, electricity, just things like this. And it's pretty interesting. I mean, sometimes it gets a little rough because there's so much you gotta look after. Like, you have like your different districts, like you have your commercial districts. Like over here I have like a bunch of shops, like they're going under construction right now, look. Then they have like residential areas, industrial areas. And like, you can choose your power sources. Like, you can choose to have like wind turbines, or you can choose to have solar power. Like, if you look, solar power, however, only operates during peak hours of sunlight. So like, you can't have it going all night and it generates power for you. Then you have like the ore mines and things. I closed that down by accident last time I played. But for now, we are going to actually start a new one, because I want to start fresh with you guys. So we're going to play. We're going to go into this area. That's a big crater. Let's go build in the crater. Fallout epicenter. This radiated crater is the site of a nuclear disaster. An academy in the region can research the ground scrubber to remove radiation from this site, providing access to the resources in this crater. How about we not do that? I don't want this turning out into Fallout New Vegas or anything. Overlooking the Canyon River, this site teems with raw ore and crude oil, making it ripe for Omega Co. or a mining operation. I like the oligarchy system. Not in this game, but just in general. Let's do this. Let's see. Rio Blanco. We're starting off with 50,000 simoleons. Seems cool. Now, they give you a name just to begin with, but you can change it to whatever you want, when you want. Your city's homeless will congregate in parks, taking up valuable space. Yeah. They went all out. It really is a very diverse and very elaborate game, where they have it to where you like can read people's like ideas and things. So once you start off, they give you a completely flat piece of land. Well, not completely flat because it goes down, but they give you like undeveloped areas. And they have one major road going through it. That's not in all of them. And then they have connection to the highway. Now, this is where you want to look at the data maps. We're going to have to plan for the long haul. So first, let's check for radiation. So that's good. There's no radiation here. And now, let's look for possible oil. Okay, so the oil's there. Don't bother with these shadows in the hills, because that's just shadows. So we have oil up here and over here. We might need to forget about that oil, but I'm thinking of making the oil industry over here. There's a very small possibility down here for things. But let's check out the ore. So the ore is in the same area, so we can have one oil and one ore once we get evaluated enough. Let's see, now we need to check the wind map. Okay, so the air pollution will flow with the arrows. So that's actually good that we have that right there. So we can build the city over here and possibly some down here, and then keep the pollution away from them. And then let's see, what else should we look for? Oh, water supplies. So very minimum water. There's a lot of water over here. That's a good thing. A lot of water down here because there's a river, of course. Okay, so that actually works out pretty well. And then there's no germs yet because there's no one living here. Alright, so I think we have everything planned out. So we're going to have the residential area over here along with commercial. And then we're going to have the industry over here with the oil and things. So what we want to do now is we want to pick a road. For now, we will first lay out a small road to cut inwards. And then we can pick the square if we press control. Or actually no, if you find one of these areas where it clicks, you can drag it out and make a square. Now you don't need to press anything, you can just drag it out and it'll square it off for you. So now we can have our little subdivisions. It automatically thinks about what you're doing, so it'll square it off. Alright. And then we go to the zoning and we pick up residential. Now this, if you press control, it'll zone it for you. Now industrial zones, we are going to move the industrial zones up over here. So we'll have that. Oh, no. I forgot we're still on the square. We want this. Alright. Then we can square it off. Then we go back to the zoning. Industrial. And see, like, if you didn't check, it shows you the wind direction. So that's good too. Now, the thing we want to do is we want to go to the energy. And we're going to want to put one of these plants down. So it looks just about everywhere. It's 13 miles an hour. So we're going to go ahead, probably put this off over here in the corner. So like it said, it's closed, now hiring. So they're going to have to wait for some new people to move in. Like down here, they're constructing the small houses. Like over here, once you actually start making things, you can actually sell energy to the regions. But look, we have our first residence. And now we want to plop a water tower. We're going to put the water tower on this side. And look, if it tells you how much you can possibly get. Let's go with the 1680. Right now we're losing money because we don't have anyone to collect taxes from. Ignore that. But now we just wait for things to start to roll in. Like, see, we have sewage. We'll wait on that for a little bit until the need arises. But for now, we're just gonna watch it grow. And like down here, we can change the speeds to turtle, llama, or cheetah speeds, and it resets. So for right now, like I said, the city name will remain Rio Blanco. But if you guys catch this video, just write down in the comments what you want the city to be called, and whoever has the best name, that's what it'll be. If you look, we have industry coming in. The water and power. Yeah, those are red. They're pumping. And that one's still closed because no one's there yet. So, we gotta wait on that. But see, people are starting to move in. Yeah, these people can get annoying because they complain about things, but then they won't do anything about it. Because you can't exactly help them a lot. Actually, let's go ahead and move this down. We're gonna bulldoze it, and we're gonna try this again. Because maybe they're just lazy and they don't want to go over there. So we're actually gonna put this down here. Yeah, we'll put it here. Alright. And now we play the waiting game. See, look. These red lines show you that they bring power all throughout the circuit where the roads are. They just need to actually finally go to work. We're actually losing power. Alright. But look, we're actually making money now. $36 an hour. And we have 114 people living here. So that's nice. Alright, this guy, he's still complaining. But who cares? Alright. If you look, they have like specializations. Like in the culture area, you can look for like stadiums, attractions, the houses of worship, like I was showing you, and like different landmarks and things. These are like famous landmarks. And then you can choose like trading. So that will come in later when we start mining and drilling. And then you can, like I said, culture, and then they have like electronic centers for when you start educating your people. You can have them go work at these places. And they even have gambling houses and like HQs and things. But the thing with the gambling houses and things, once you bring those in, they actually start bringing crime. So depending on how you guys want this to go, we may make this like a really bad city, or we could just make it like a metropolis kind of thing. It all depends. But look, it says now we're powering the city. So now these guys should start to be quiet. We have our own little industrial area. This one's constructing. And they give us areas for the highway, but one thing I've never done before that I want to try is I want to try and build a kind of harbor thing. And I believe that's under the yeah, boats. I want to build a ferry terminal. The thing is, that costs a lot of money. It costs 31,000 simoleons. Plus we have to have the Department of Transportation, but I want to try and do that with you guys. So it's just one of these goals that we're going to have, because like I said, we are trying to dream big here at KV Studios. So, they're petitioning to build the town hall, all my 198 little citizens. So we're going to go to the government, and we are going to build it. But you notice it costs 200 per hour to use. The thing about these is that the areas are huge to add on, so we're gonna have to pre-think this. I'm gonna place it here, then we're gonna have to leave all this area for the segments, because once we start to add on, haha, congratulations Mary, your hard work has paid off. Now that you've built up your town, give it a name. You see, it already has a name, so we're just gonna press OK. Like I said, I want you guys to name it. Anyway, so like I was saying, once we actually start to add, like we have goals, 230 to 5,000 residents. Like once we get there, we can add on a section. And the thing about that is those sections are huge. Like they're about a city block, or about half of one. So we're gonna have to wait and like clear out area for it. But that's it, guys. The humbling beginnings of Rio Blanco, or whatever you want to name it. So, anyway, guys, like I'm saying, I will see you later on. See you later, alligator.